Click on the banner in the top right corner and enter TMOS. That's SiteLock.com. Click the banner and enter TMOS or call them right now at 844-598-0600.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Well, we normally roll into the Mike O'Mara Show on a Wednesday, and I just dive right in to the mailbag. But I am here to say that our intern, Mac, has transformed himself into a normal-looking human being, and not someone that looks like he came out of from under a bridge with his nice little haircut and his nice little shave. Matt, come around the corner and just pose for the cameras so that our listeners that are streaming this
come right
can
next
get
to
a good
Papa
look.
over here.
Yeah,
sit on my lap.
Oh, he was coming to my camera. How nice!
All right, do you have to do the goofy look when you do? Just all right,
Mike, that's the way he looks.
All right, very good. You know, I really, for someone that is hidden under a hat, and you know, he's a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
He's a nice, fresh. He's all American looking.
Oh my God, he's white as bread.
He's doughy. He's definitely doughy, but he's like, I keep the beard off, keep the hair short.
Look good,
I think
man.
you're gonna do better.
Yeah.
And now, when's Mac? All right, get the microphone and the headphones on.
The
'cause I have to ask
reveal
you
was
one
much
question.
like the same way I feel when they pop out of the big fat guy silhouette in The Biggest Loser, where you're like, holy smokes!
Yeah, he
Bust
came
through the
in here.
paper.
I didn't recognize him.
Wow.
I thought we had a new intern, and an intern that was named Tom Cruise.
Mac, how long? How long have you?
Top Gun
Cruise.
2.
Okay, let's not go crazy.
Sorry about Goose.
Mac, I have to ask you this: how long has it been since you have had short hair?
About 4 years. It's been
4 years,
Yeah.
and you had the beard too. Did you shave the beard and cut the hair at the same time?
Yes, I did. That's been 2 years since I've had the beard.
And what was the motivating factor for taking off all this hair?
I was getting really sick and tired of it getting in my face. All the hair.
Yeah.
It was
That's
just
good.
completely annoying.
It was like a chick.
So
Rob,
Mike, it was
you-
convenience.
No more bangs. I'm just gonna cut it off.
Yeah, he's
I
got
think
crazy bangs.
you know, I wouldn't be embarrassed to have you go on a road trip now.
Yeah.
So
you could be
you
our
know,
advance man.
That's progress. That's
Yeah.
yeah. We'd said put him in a suit.
Oh,
He'd look great in a suit.
Yeah.
When's
You
the
know?
next time you're in here?
Monday next week.
Wear a tie.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay, you know what? Could the Mike O'Mara Show? We don't spring for much very often.
No, we don't.
But how much is a cheap suit?
Oh, a cheap.
Can't you get a cheap?
$150?
Can't you get a suit for like
Pants and
180?
pants
Right,
and-
the whole
pants and jacket.
Yeah,
thing.
and if you go to Joseph A. Bank, if you buy one suit, you get 6 free.
I don't want to get him another one because he'll never wear it. I want to get him the cheapest suit we can find. Not the
Mike,
cheapest, but the
I'll
best
take him.
value.
If you want it on the
Will
show,
you
I'll
take him
I'll take
on the
him.
show?
that'll be
take him.
great.
On the
I'll
show,
take
let's get him, and then we'll have the big
Yeah.
reveal because he looks like he could wear a suit
He
now.
could wear a suit.
Absolutely.
I'll
very-
take him
I-
this summer.
Certainly before fall.
Well,
Do you know?
before the end of
Do you
June.
know why Oscar says that? By the way,
Why?
Because there is every possibility Oscar knows this that I will completely forget about this.
Yes.
And if Oscar is already anticipating the conflict, and Oscar is going, "No, Mike, you didn't. You're confused. I said that I would take him this summer. I didn't say next week. I said this summer.
I can take him. I can take him this week. I just what I really would like Mac to do is really want this. Like I really want him to want this because if he's going for job interviews, maybe he's looking for a new internship. I don't know.
Right.
All right, if our number one Metro lumbersexual, Oscar Santana, deigns to take you to the local Men's Warehouse to stock up on a suit,
Mike, I guarantee it.
I guarantee it. That's it. Mac, how do you feel about that? How does that?
suit.
That sounds actually really great.
Really great? It's
All
good.
right,
That's from
yes,
him?
you're
That's
into
a
it.
rave.
That's
That's
I'll
a
take it.
rave.
Now, question, as it stands right now, let's say someone in your family were to get married or to die. What would you wear to the event? Do you have a suit? Do you have a jacket of any sort?
I actually do not.
Ah.
I
Oh,
have
that's
rented
even
them in
better.
the past.
So
But
this-
That is even better.
It is.
That is it. And
It's
really,
first
and-
big boy outfit, Mike.
Yeah, and then after you do it, you make your big change here, like go into the bathroom and change into the suit here, and then keep the suit on and wear it home to your mamo and
Yeah,
dadu.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
can
yeah.
you do that?
I can
Beca-
definitely do that.
That'll be so cool.
And when you come
That'll
in,
be great.
drop the newspaper on the dining room table and say, "You wouldn't believe the day I had."
Fantastic. All right, let's get the. It's not about Mac. It's not about Rob. It's not about Oscar. It's not about me. It's all about you. Fashion Week.
I love
Met Gala. Anyway, now tighter and brighter. For your listening pleasure, happy Wednesday, everybody. We start with a welcome to our new youngest listener. Twins, Sydney and Alexis Swavey.
The Swaveys.
The Swavey twins. Everybody knows the Swavey twins. They are doppel babies. That is correct. We send our love and positive thoughts to all the Swaveys. And what a cool name.
Like that.
Sydney, what's your name?
Sydney Swavey.
What's your name?
I'm Alexis Swavey.
Very good. So that's cool. We always like to start them young on the Mike O'Mara Show. Grant Gleason turned 5 last Friday, and he sure loves our fart sound effects. Well, I think that's overstating it, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not a big fan. You know, I've been doing this for years, and I do not like playing the sound effects of farts. I only do it to pander to our listening audience.
What are you doing?
And so I am not doing that for any other reason than to please our listeners. Thank you very much.
This show is such a great mix of men in suits and fart sound effects.
You know, a listener sent me a link to some guy goes into a Walmart and he's got that little box, that little electronic fart box.
Yeah, like
and
Leslie
he's
Nielsen
just playing
used to
with
carry.
it. This is how much of an idiot I'm in. I call Carla in to the office where I'm doing my show. I'm like, honey, what? I'm busy. No, you need to see this. And I bring her in, and then she looks at me like I'm just a total fool.
It's a matter of
total
national
fool.
security.
Yes. You have to see this. And it's just a guy in the Walmart, and there was only one thing that really made me laugh. It was one lady who appeared to want to walk into it.
Oh, no.
On purpose. Like she was doing a smell test.
Wow, Walmart would be the place to go then.
I think so. Yeah. Well, Walmart is the place to go where that probably no one was even really that fazed by it.
No.
Because it was in Walmart. If you want to really have fun, do it in a jewelry store. A high-end jewelry store. That's comedy, baby boy.
That's fun.
There you go. All right, so that's Grant Gleason. Amy Larson is 43 today, and better than ever. Happy birthday, Amy. Happy birthday to Tom Williams of Tampa. He celebrates on May 10th, and judging from his picture, he really is a Florida man. I did not see his picture, Rob.
No
but,
need, Mike. I'll just tell you 2 words. Flannel shirt.
Flannel shirt. There you go. Good stuff. As she always does, Christy Benton Newman, hello, Newman, wants us to mention that May 4th was Maynard Ferguson's birthday, the trumpet player.
Yeah, great trumpet player.
She'd love a little musical mention in his honor. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have for you a few moments of Maynard's Blue Birdland. Rob's got it right here. Listen to those notes. Man, you can hit that. A little louder, Rob. Turn it up for me, will you? Yeah. Oh, this is good.
Maynard, happy birthday,
That's
man.
good. May 8th, Lori Sandler, Canada. Her last name's really Canada?
I don't know. This is how she's listed on Facebook. Maybe her name is Lori Sandler and she lives in Canada.
Lori Sandler, Canada, turns the same age as Mike. Can Charlie advise her on how to best enjoy her birthday in Rochester, New York? Well, all right. Charlie.
Charles?
Charlie, this lady's name is Lori Sandler, Canada.
Canada? That's a country.
Yes,
That's
it is.
not a last name. I'm not going to give her birthday advice.
Charlie, get on microphone.
I'm not going to give her birthday.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Behave.
God damn it. Charlie? Charlie, don't run.
Mike, this
Mike
is a
hit
farce.
me.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike hit
Charlie.
me.
Did you see your friend Mac?
Oh, no.
Mac, come show yourself to Charlie. Look at him, Charlie. Got a haircut.
Who's that?
That's Mac. We saw him, Charlie.
He ran out of the room. I don't know what happened.
Very upset.
He was oh, man. What was that theater? But anyway.
It was.
So she's in Rochester. Jay Hickers of Buffalo, New York, has a birthday today. He never misses a show, regular or bonus. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Oscar, have we gotten over 1% yet? Are we over 1%, or is it still under 1%?
Almost there. Almost there.
Are you kidding? We're not over 1% after that push?
No, we're not at 3% yet.
That's it. No bonus show this week.
What?
I'm serious.
Oh, man.
Totally serious. We're not doing a bonus show this week. That's it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Of course we'll do it.
Such a joker.
Jay Hickers of Buffalo, New York, has a birthday today. He never misses a show, and he's a professional baseball card dealer.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah. It sure is, Rob.
I think it's kind of cool.
Pat Sullivan turned 27 on April. No, see, I shouldn't be that flip with that. Of
Get
course.
it? Flip? Like you flip a baseball card when you're a
Exactly.
kid.
You really have
Exactly.
to have a passion these days to collect those cards because the market isn't there. Well,
That's right.
for some cards
because,
there is.
That's because there are, all baseball players are coming out of the Dominican Republic or white suburban neighborhoods.
I'm sure that he sells all the cards, Mike. Topps, Fleer, Donruss.
Upper Deck.
Yeah, Upper
Right.
Deck, all the big
Studio.
ones. Yeah, and he saves
All
the
the
gum.
biggies.
Oh,
All the biggies,
man.
damn boy. Red Sox did a tribute to the 75 World Series yesterday, and they brought all the old guys out, and it was a
That's
thing of
sweet.
beauty to see Yaz and Freddie Lynn and Jim Rice and Carlton Fisk and all those heroes of mine from my 13th year. It was delightful.
That's cool.
Really, really terrific. I love that. So anyway, Jay Hickers, good luck with the dealing. Pat Sullivan turned 27 on April 27th. He's a pain in the ass, but his wife loves him. Is that according to you, Rob, or according
No, that's
to his
according to the
wife?
wife. The wife said that. I think he's delightful.
Well, my God, let me get off this first page. Melissa Justice has a birthday today, which begs the question, is it Justice or just us? The man laughing at that wrote that. Thank you
Actually,
very
no.
much.
Brad wrote that. Many
Brad
years
wrote
ago.
that?
Many
Brad,
years ago.
you mean Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny Midnight.
Oh, yeah, the guy that doesn't like me anymore. Belated birthday wishes to Brenda. He does not. He doesn't respond to me ever, and I'm constantly craving
Pat
his
House
love.
hates you, but Brad
Yes.
loves you.
No, see, I think Pat House loves me, believe it or not. I think Pat House likes the sparring. I think he enjoys. I think Pat House got a Woody when I talked about him the other day.
Not a healthy relationship for either of you.
Belated birthday yeah, but it doesn't matter to me.
That's true.
Belated birthday wishes to Brenda Hatfield from all of us here at TMOS and from her fiance Stephen, who could have tried a little harder to get the greeting into the mailbag on time. That's from Rob Spiewak.
Yes.
Lucky lady Kara Thomas turned 34 on Sunday, and she loves rusty spoons. Can she have salad fingers? Give her a birthday greeting. Well, we're getting the soundboard is getting a bit of a workout
Yes.
today.
Oh, I love this.
Hello. Lucky Lady Cara Thomas. Would you have any rusty spoons? I'm done talking to you, Lucky Lady. Now I'm going to sleep by hanging myself on a bloody hook.
Oh, no.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Gonna be a great birthday.
Quite a
Yeah,
turn.
That
maybe
was
salad
that
fingers,
was
her.
big fun. Well, I love that. Now to our letters. Dear TMOS, greetings from Mike and Rob's favorite city, Sacramento.
Yay.
Sacktown.
I rediscovered the show in podcast form in June of 2011 while on a road trip to Pasadena with my cousins Anthony and Rudy. I fell in love with the podcast medium instantly and have listened ever since. I introduced my wife, Suzette, to the show on a long trip of our own later that year. It took exactly an episode and a half to get her hooked, gaining your show yet another loyal fan. TMOS has always been something we could turn to get a laugh during times when smiles were not easy to come by. We got married in 2010 and instantly wanted to start a family. However, we found out it was not so easy for us. After about 3.5 heart-aching years, we decided to take what could be our last leap of faith and try in vitro. Fast forward to this past month as Suzette and I were on the road again, this time to Monterey to celebrate our 5th wedding anniversary. Not only was TMOS along for the ride again, but I am proud to say that our beautiful baby boy, born January 31st, 2015, was along for the ride, too. That's a nice letter.
I like that.
Thank you all for the laughs, especially when they were needed the most. Danny, Suzette, and little Eli Pinto. What a cool name that is.
Pintos.
P.S. To anyone struggling with trying to have kids, God bless all of you. Keep faith and try to laugh as much as you can, especially when times are toughest. I like that a lot.
Good letter.
That's
Good letter.
fantastic. Scott Hansen would like to wish his only child, Ryan, good luck as he enters Air Force basic training this week. Well, good for him. As a man, he is proud that his son chose EOD, Explosive Ordnance Disposal. That's
Wow.
gutsy stuff there. But as a father, he is a little nervous. Make us proud, boy. Well,
Good
that's
luck.
an interesting letter right there. Moving right along, dearest Mike, Please do not share this email with your son. Well, this scares me.
No, this is a good letter. It's informative, too. It's informative.
Sorry to be a Debbie Downer. Oh, dear.
Downer.
But otters suck. I live with the little bastards and have witnessed their evil. Wow. They are beautiful to look at, and their clown-like antics are precious. Unfortunately, they are the serial rapists of the animal kingdom. My God.
Man.
Wow.
Might be my favorite letter today.
Wow. Not only do they rape baby seals, but they also practice necrophilia, which is distasteful. Jesus. Your nature-loving friend and longtime... That's it! Your nature-loving friend and longtime fan, Ben Page. Wow. That's of Aptos, California.
It's distasteful.
I never knew.
Man, that is so
Not
nasty.
accepted in many social
Not
circles.
okay.
Dear TMOS crew, I'm writing to let you know that my lovely wife, Kira Schuster, is celebrating her birthday on May 6th. They say that a gentleman never reveals the age of his beautiful lady, but she's turning 43. And I'm kind of a dick. Last year, I asked her what she wanted for her birthday. She told me that she wanted to do something to brighten the days of people in the community. So, I've enclosed 5 $10 Starbucks gift cards, one for each of you. I think it would mean the world to her if each of you had the opportunity to pay it forward and treat a total stranger with one of these gift cards at the Starbucks right downstairs. I'm totally I'm on that.
Yeah,
It's done. I can't wait. Save mine. I'll be in town a couple of weeks from now, and I'll do it. I've asked many of her friends to engage in these random acts of kindness in honor of her birthday on May 6th. I hope you all will participate. Oh, you got it. Absolutely.
Yep, that's
whether you
super
decide to do this entirely up to you. At the very least, however, could you play Meatloaf falling down on the stage? That's one of my favorites, too. Because while making the world a better place is certainly the best feeling in the world, listening to others poke fun at celebrities is a close second. As always, thanks for making us laugh and feel better on a daily basis. That's Mike Scheinberg, and let's play Meatloaf for Mike Scheinberg.
Let us go live to Wolf Trap Center for the Performing Arts, Mike.
All right.
Let me sleep on it. Baby, baby, let me sleep on it.
Feedback is what makes that.
Mike,
that is
I'm
fantastic.
getting word he's okay.
Oh, thank God for that. Congratulations to Chad Irish. Well, we've got Canada and Irish today.
Yeah.
Chad Irish just married his box fiance, but more importantly, Chad introduced his friend JD to TMOS back in high school. Good work, Chad. That's it. Dear TMOS friends, you have the podcast I absolutely, positively have to listen to every day. I've been a loyal listener forever, but I especially need the funny this year because I turned 56 on May 8th, and I'm currently in the depths of a month-long funk. I've concluded that I am old, bald, gray, overweight, and physically repulsive to women. Jesus.
Yeah, tough
To make
guy.
matters worse, 2 weeks ago I was hit by a car. Oh, my God. Wow. Jesus.
Repulsive.
During my bicycle commute home from work, I am lucky I came away from the collision with just cuts and bruises. To add insult to injury, in the past 2 weeks, my friends have modified the description of my accident from Mike was hit by a car to Mike fell off his bicycle. It's tough to be me, but TMOS sure helps. You're the best. No, you are. Mike Warner from Bakersfield, California. Fantastic. We love that one. And our final letter says, Hi, guys. I end my last day in my douchebag 30s. My birthday is May 5th, but today is not all about me. I want to thank you for the podcast. You see, like Rob, I have a child who went through leukemia. Oh, we lived that with Rob. It was a tough situation, and happy to say that Robert III is healthy today. My daughter was 10 when she was diagnosed. That's a little tougher, right, Rob?
Yeah, it is. And when they get older, they're more aware of what's going on, so the treatment is tougher.
She was diagnosed with ALL and went through 2.5 years of treatment. You can believe that I spent too many hours in the hospital where she spent 4 months straight. Good God.
That's
love
about
you.
right.
Anxiously waiting for lunchtime when I could download TMOS and escape for an hour. As her treatment continued, I found that the hour and 20-minute show length wasn't just right for KCJJ, but was also the exact time it took to drive from my house to the oncologist's office. As she slept off chemo treatments in the car, I was able to get my daily laugh. She is now cancer-free! Yes! And at the end of this month, you can bet that I will store up many podcasts and bonus shows as I can for the long plane ride for our Make-A-Wish trip to Hawaii.
Fantastic.
Wow,
Isn't that
that's
great?
a great letter.
Love it.
Thanks for the laughs, the ball busting, and the inspiration, Rob, to know that it was all going to be okay. Warmly, J.R. Lidget. I said Lidget, and J.R., Rob gives me these every single week. This one's going up here. I'm putting this one on the shelf because I will keep that letter forever. Thank you very much. Start the show, you have. And Rob, guess what? I didn't start my timer. I didn't start my damn timer.
Oh, no.
What is the running time on the show? I have no idea.
It will be 20 minutes at the mark in 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. 20 minutes.
Liftoff.
And now let's start the show.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
All right, leave the almonds on the floor. I can clean them up after the session.
Would it make you feel better if you were eating too?
This eating is not working for me. No, the food is distracting from the work.
I have to eat because of my new relationship with glucose.
All right, you can have a snack at 5 of 2 and another one at 2:50. Please stop eating in session. So, like Oprah, but with a swan boat.
Talk show.
Mm-hmm. Hosted by?
Me.
Hosted by you.
Yeah.
All right, well, how about a little recap? In case you missed last week's episode of the Alice Klieg Show,
That's
here's
not what it's called.
going on.
It's not the name of it.
You're off your meds. You just spent $15 million. You're living in a reservation casino, and you're hosting your own talk show. I thought I asked you not to eat.
It's a banana. It's in its own container.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his office chair, here's Mike.
Is that Wig?
Yeah, that's Welcome
Wig.
to Me that opens wide this Friday.
Mellow Wig?
Mellow Wig.
I was hearing The Secret Life of Walter Mitty wig there.
Not your favorite
that
wig?
Mellow Wig.
Mellow wig.
That it's in its own container. Funny. I don't
She
know. What
has
do
a
you
new
think?
She has a new relationship with glucose, Mike.
You think it's got potential? You don't feel like Wig like you do about Farrell, right?
No, I like Wig. I love Wig.
You like Wig? See,
Love
I feel
Wig,
about
yeah.
Wig the way I feel about Farrell.
Oh, I think this is going to
Yeah.
rescue the Wig, Mike.
Well, have you seen The Secret Life of Walter Mitty? Because Patton was in it. You know, that's where I made the
Yeah,
embarrassing.
but based on your review of it, I've backburnered it. It's not a priority.
All right. If you see Wig in that, maybe you'll come around to my side, the dark side. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Pro Flowers. Mother's Day is May 10th, and that is only 4 days away. Oh, my God.
Hurry up, Mike. Hurry up.
You know what? I tell our listeners to do this every day. Today is my day. As soon as the show is over, I've got to get cracking because I love my mamo, and my mom is going to be 96 next year. Isn't that hard to believe?
Fantastic.
Wow.
And I love her to death, and she's my friend. She's my confidant. She's my psychotherapist, and hopefully you have a wonderful relationship with your mom as well. Mom deserves the best. Pro Flowers makes it easy with just a click of a mouse. Just for our listeners, dazzle Mom with 100 blooms and a free glass vase for just $19.99 from Pro Flowers. Or, and this is even better, you can really impress her by adding chocolates and an upgraded premium vase for just $9.99 more. Just go to proflowers.com. Use the code TMOS. Pro Flowers has all you need for the moms in your life. Don't forget, you've got Mom, you've got your mother-in-law, you've got your grandma, your godmother, you got that person you called Mother on the street. They all deserve Pro Flowers. Order now, schedule delivery, and you're done. And the flowers are guaranteed to be fresh and beautiful. Here's what I want you to do. The only way to get 100 blooms and a free glass vase for only $19.99, go to proflowers.com, click the blue microphone in the top right corner, and type in TMOS. That's proflowers.com. Click the mic and TMOS. Order now.
Mike, I have in my hand our final Pro Flowers winner.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yes,
the final Pro Flowers winner for the day, for the week.
Hey.
Congratulations to listener Jess Will, who wrote this on our Facebook page. My mom deserves Pro Flowers from proflowers.com using code TMOS because one night in high school, I came home intoxicated and was awakened by her screaming, "Stop, no, no, no," as I was relieving myself on her nightstand, and she never mentioned it again.
Oh, my God.
That's a class move, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, so congratulations, Jess. We'll get you those flowers from
Hey,
proflowers.com.
Here's Jess. Just found out he won. There he is. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I know you're happy. I know. All right, fantastic. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. Anybody hungover today? Anybody celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
I had a little wine, but not enough to get me.
I changed my alcohol pattern. I went to my father's style. I poured myself a little whiskey last night as I was watching, as I was binging on Bloodline on Netflix. I watched that Netflix show that I like so bad, recommended by our listeners, by the way, Bloodline, and it takes place in South Florida. Pretty obvious, though, as I'm watching this show, that it takes place in Florida, but it's the interiors done in L.A. because they show too many establishing shots of the Florida Keys, where they've got that long strip of land, and then it's just like, here they are in the bedroom, okay, here they are in the kitchen.
It's just
all right.
too
I know
nice.
you're in Los Angeles.
I love when they do an establishing shot on a show like that. If you look close, all the cars are like from 1988 because it's old stock footage. Not so
Wouldn't
great.
it be cool if all these shows that your CSIs that are done, if they really, really, really did everything in the cities, because couldn't you have much more leeway? I guess some of them do. Didn't CSI Miami shoot a lot in Miami?
Yeah, they shoot a lot of the exteriors.
And
then they go back for the storyline. If you look at House of Cards, they wanted to shoot in the district, but it was too expensive.
They got a lot of tax back by doing it in the Baltimore area. They were able to. It was actually cheaper to build a set of the Senate than use the Senate.
But at least they do their interiors in a warehouse up in Baltimore, outside of Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how they do these TV shows.
But there is so much tax incentive stuff. I know we talked about Bates Motel yesterday. That show fooled me. I thought they were shooting it on the Psycho set at Universal in California, but it was cheaper. They actually built the entire motel and house in British Columbia.
That's where most of the production goes, yeah.
And then for the first season, Mike, they didn't even put a top on the house. They CGI'd it in after the fact. So
really?
In British Columbia, there is a perfect replica of the Psycho house, and for a full year, it had no roof.
It truly is. The technology is at a level now where we never really know what we're looking at, whether it's real or not. And that to me is mind-blowing. I mean, I think really the best example on television of that, I make fun of them all the time, is Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones is just, sometimes when you're looking at one of those ye old sailing vessels where they do the helicopter shot coming in, you know that you're looking at something that's completely computer generated.
Do you know who was, I think, really one of the people that first did that? Do you remember that miniseries John Adams? Was it on HBO?
Yeah.
They had entire rooms that were just green screened. I watched a documentary on it. They would build a staircase and then electronically put in all the scenery, all the furniture, everything was all done on a computer.
Yep. And Paul Giamatti had a full head of hair while he was shooting that.
And Mike, the CGI people did everything they could to make him beautiful.
Right, absolutely. Enhance him.
This last season of Game of Thrones, according to the web, was filmed in Belfast, Northern Ireland, Croatia, Iceland, Morocco, Spain, and Malta, and Scotland.
That's pretty amazing.
Pretty wild, right?
That's a budget right there. Malta. When you're filming in Malta, that's a big deal. And there's
Malta, is that close to Spain? Where is Malta?
Malta's actually a suburb of New York City.
Oh, I thought so. Yeah. It's just over the river.
It's between Brooklyn and New York. People don't realize that.
Okay.
It's where Peter Luger's Steakhouse is. But anyway, no, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just think when I see CGI. It's I used to be so anti-CGI. I still don't like the if I see the cartwheeling car go by one more time,
you won't like Age of Ultron.
A lot of cartwheeling.
The CGI is great because it's so much harder these days to trick an audience, right?
Right.
But there's so much unbelievable stuff going on that you just can't. It's still great. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the movie.
Are there any of the scenes? This is the classic CGI scene where the ground is collapsing underneath them just as they're 1/4 of an inch away. They're healed. The first one to do that was that earthquake movie. Was it Tom Hanks that was in it? I'm not sure. No, it was John Cusack. He was in the earthquake. Somebody find it for me.
It was when it was the end of the world.
2012.
The end of the world.
2012 CGI was horrific.
John Cusack ran from the earthquake with the earth collapsing at his feet. He drove a car with the earthquake with the ground collapsing, and then he took off in a plane. Just as the entire surface of the earth was falling from.
All about timing, Mike, is what it is. But the CGI has gotten better because if you look back at Twister was pretty bad, but I think the greatest bad CGI by was Air Force One, where
Right.
at times the president was transparent. And I don't mean telling the truth. I mean, you could actually see through Harrison Ford.
Yeah, very scary, very scary. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, it's haircuts, haircuts, haircuts. I want to talk about Oscar's very metrosexual hair location where he gets groomed. And then I will say that I took my boy out for his very first haircut, and it was the quickest visit to a salon ever. We'll do that next right here on The Mike O'Mara Show.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey there, boys and girls. I'm Tony Perkins.
I'm Gary Stein.
And this week on our show,
it's the Tony Perkins Really Hard Music Trivia Game.
You're trying to stump me, aren't you?
You better believe it, buddy.
It can't be done. Also this week, we get caught up on Rob and his sad dating life.
Oh, don't play it like that.
It's the Tony Perkins Show. Subscribe to us on iTunes.
The Tony Perkins Show.
Hey, if you get a chance, check out the Tony Perkins Show. I just got done listening to their Ringo episode and really, really enjoyed their pure fanboy love. And yes, is it a suck up to Ringo Starr? Ringo Starr has welts on his ass after this show. But I will tell you, if you want to get insight into the Beatles and if you're a Beatle maniac, you have to listen to that show. It's that good. So check it out, the Tony Perkins Show, and their wonderful interview with Ringo. Welcome back to our show, brought to you by Sherry's Berries. Listen up, Mother's Day is this weekend. It is officially the last minute. You got to get cracking. If you're not sure how to put your thanks into words, really, I've done this for my mom for years now, and I've done it because these berries, especially for a mom who's a little longer in the tooth.
Sure.
Let me tell you, when she gets those giant dipped strawberries in chocolate, she gives them to everybody at the home. I'm talking freshly dipped berries.
Mike, it's where she
with
lives.
the home. Yes. I'm talking freshly dipped berries with decorative swizzles. Show Mom you love her with a gift from Sherry's Berries. Just for our listeners, you get giant freshly dipped strawberries from Sherry's Berries starting at $19.99. That's over a 40% saving. And for only $10 more, you can doppel the berries. That's right, just like the Gravy Twins. Just use our code TMOS. Swavey. I'm sorry. Amazing, luscious, gargantuan, hand-selected strawberries in decadent white darkened milk chocolate with chocolate chips, nuts, and the swizzle. We all love them. Here's the only way to get the amazing deal. Dip strawberries starting at $19.99. This offer for our listeners only when you use the code TMOS. Visit berries.com. That's BERRIES.com. Click on the microphone in the top right-hand corner and type in TMOS. Again, berries.com. Click the mic. TMOS. Remember, Mother's Day is this Sunday, so act now.
Do it and
Thank
double
you.
those berries. Doppel them.
All right, Oscar, did you have a good time the other day at Rooster's Men's Grooming Center?
Oh, yesterday afternoon? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I've been going there for months now. I guess I never checked in on Facebook.
I thought you went to a lady.
I used to go to an Asian lady. She was Asian and
Chinese.
It was in Olney, and it just I don't go to Olney anymore as much as
You're
I
not
used to.
going to get any really highbrow, metrosexual, millennial, tight Kiana shirt. Well, Kiana was back in the 70s. You're not going to get that kind of cool hipster vibe in Olney. There's not any place in Olney that's got that vibe.
In my defense, when I go home, it isn't as frequent as I used to simply because of school. I used to go get a haircut. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go home. I'll get a haircut, right?
Right.
I just don't make it in time, and I had to find a place that was local that would do it. And to find a place locally that's just for men, I thought was almost impossible.
Now, I don't want to do this to you too much, but take your headphones off for a second.
Okay.
Because honestly, it doesn't look like you just got a haircut.
Oh, I didn't get a haircut. I got my beard trimmed.
He got his Brazilian wax.
Yeah.
Oh, he got waxed.
He had his ass waxed.
I had my beard trimmed yesterday. I've gotten a haircut there, but I usually yesterday my beard was feeling a little off, and I said, it's time to trim it. I trim it at least once a week.
Now,
so you go to the
trim your own
grooming
beard.
center? How much does it cost to do that?
Not bad. It's like $20.
For $20, you can buy clippers and do it yourself.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've always trimmed my own beard, but it's
a
always nice to have
different-
somebody else do it.
It's a different process, and I'd never had professional beard trimming, and there's
Professional,
like,
Mike. Look
There
at the
are
certificate.
there are 7 steps to the way they trim your beard. I feel like I'm walking. I should be paying more, to be honest with you.
All right, put your head way back. Let me see your neck. I'm not sure they did a great job.
Well, I mean, you're the wrong person to be judging. I would
because
assume.
I've never had facial hair.
Well, I'm just saying.
Rob has meticulously trimmed his beard for years. I've seen them in a variety of crazy configurations.
I have to keep it short
years.
now, Mike, because it's the only way I can hide the gray.
Yeah, most of the 1990s, Rob had his beard, and we called it the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah,
because it was.
Describe it.
Well, you had the beard like the grandfather with the white beard in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and you wore that one all the time.
Yeah, I did.
So the giant sideburns, then with a little break, then a little bit of the Fu Manchu mustache coming down, and it was a nice.
I bought clippers to trim my own beard, and the first and second time I tried, I messed up a little bit, and I said, what am I doing? Like this, there's a place down the street that'll do it for $20.
So the beard life is new to you, basically.
It's new, yes.
I remember.
You've never had facial hair?
No, this is the first time.
Rob, it'd be safe to say that every guy that starts out probably has that moment where they screw up with the trimmers when they have a beard.
It's how the Van Dyke was born, Mike.
You mess up, and
Yeah,
then
you do mess up.
I one time did it, and I had to take the whole beard off, and and everybody that saw me was like, "Look, grow it back, grow it back."
I use actually my Harry's razor to just shape it up in between beard trimmings. But when it gets long, I like to. I don't have the skill set yet, and by the way, I do enjoy going down there.
Okay,
where they just take care of everything.
Are they ladies down there? Are there? And by the way, Rob, you're going to have to cue me because I have no idea where I am in the show now.
We'll be okay.
I'll rely on you for
There
that.
are ladies and gentlemen, both guys and girls. And when you get there, you can choose. I have a guy
with
that I
big
go to.
busty. Now they wearing like referee shirts with big cleavage.
It's not sports clips.
They play sports while they trim your beard.
They have the nice big leather chairs. They've got a TV there. There's always sports on or the news. You can just hang out.
Are the women? So is the? It's not a sexually charged environment.
No. It's a professional environment.
What I was hoping, and I think Mike,
it sounds so DC.
I thought Mike,
make it sexually
Mike,
charged.
I
Have some
discovered
babes.
Were you
We're not
picturing
Vegas.
as I
We're
was,
so
Mike?
not. We're so not Las Vegas. Yeah. What's that?
Were you picturing a woman in a really tight referee shirt that's split down to her navel?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, hi. Can I give that beard a trim for you?
You're looking a little fuzzy.
Mike, I discovered this place in Boston when I was visiting my brother last year, and I said, "What's that? Where's that?" He goes, "Actually, that's where I go get my haircut." I didn't know there was a location
It's called
here in
Roosters,
DC.
So when I saw Roosters, I figured, Rooster, the name for Rooster is the cock.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Mike.
So I mean,
It's for
give me a
men.
break.
It's for men. It's nice.
You bet.
But not, they don't have babes in there.
There is one young lady there that's
There you
very
go.
attractive. Yes.
Yeah. Did she trim your beard?
No, she has before, but I've got a guy. His name's Al that takes care of me.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I can't argue with it.
Yeah.
I go to a barber shop around the corner, and my guy is Richard. And Richard is in his 70s, and he
Don't hide
takes
from
care
your feelings, Richard.
Well,
Richard,
and it's also
does a nice job. He's a leaner. I don't like that. I don't like the leaner because I always think I'm going to get boner. When I'm leaning when they
he
lean
leans
too
into
close.
you?
Yeah, I don't like the leaning. I don't like my elbows to touch my barber ever, whether it's a man or a woman. I don't like my elbows to touch my barber at all. I can't stand that. But it is one of the finest haircuts that I've ever gotten in my life. Absolutely.
And there's like
incredible.
an old school, and I would say the throwback feel to this place because it really. It feels like a place I would see in the movies where you walk in, you sit down, and it's just there's this process to them trimming your beard.
Do they have a spinning pole, a red and white pole?
Outside they do.
Hey, that's cool.
And I just
and all of a sudden they put the towel over your face, and then
a
suddenly
hot towel, cold towel.
Godfather.
right next to the Gambieri's clam house. Yeah, all right, baby.
The
Thank
young
you.
lady did tell me that a lot of people fall asleep during the process because it is relaxing. But she said that, it's nice. But she didn't understand it sometimes because you do have a razor to one's neck, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's an incredibly, if it's done right, getting a professional shave is
fantastic.
It's really one of the finest experiences you can get. And if you fall asleep, you wake up and your balls are completely smooth. It's fantastic, isn't it? I love that. Look at that. So we had a huge deal in the O'Mara household yesterday, Oscar, because Michael's hair has gotten a little wild because it's kind of wispy and it's thin and it's he doesn't have that big mop yet because he's a baby,
right?
And but it's time, I think, to get. And so we had a bit of a disturbance, and then I finally prevailed and took my son out for his first haircut. I'll tell you all about it when we come back. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Blinds.com. I will tell you, I really love this company, and I love them because there are a lot of people out there that can sell you blinds, but it's a rarity today to deal with people, especially when it's over the phone, that have a personal touch. And I talk about this guy, Josh, who was my design consultant. He made it a snap. I don't know the names of the other people that I have talked to at Blinds.com when I was asking questions about getting a professional installer, but every single person, this is when they didn't know that I had anything to do with doing this podcast or that I was doing advertisements for them. They are just kind and thorough and professional. And usually it's been my experience, especially with Blinds.com, that when you have people that are nice to you, it usually goes hand in hand with professional business, and that's the way it works. They're pros there. The Blinds.com experts will give you the look you want at a price you'll love. Now, I installed my own plantation shutters in the kitchen. I had the blinds put up in the bedroom. You'll love it. Hurry over to Blinds.com. You'll find great discounts all April long with your favorite brands and upgrades on sale. You have to see the value that's waiting for you. As always, get free color samples, free shipping, and expert decorator advice, plus prices that crush store prices. Best of all, customer service that will make you smile. I know that for a fact. They love their job, and you'll love them right back. Blinds.com, as seen in Mike O'Mara's kitchen and now his bedroom. So, it's been bugging me for a while that Michael William has that kind of wispy hair, and so I said, I really got to get that kind.
I'm trying to remember, did he have hair at birth? Some babies are born, and he had a little hair, right?
He had a little hair, and he's and it's blonde. It's blonde hair, and he's kind of it's thin, it's wispy, but it's so long that it's kind of all over the place. And he always looks like he just got out of the dryer. And so I said,
Mike, you're not putting the child in the dryer, are you?
Well, it's the most efficient way.
If you don't have a towel,
right? If you don't have a towel, I'm sorry.
The dryer.
So Mrs. O'Mara says, no, he's going to get that ugly bowl cut that I hate.
Oh,
I
that
said,
bowl
look,
cut's the worst.
Yeah. I will tell the person at the salon to just trim it up, just get the wispy parts done. And so it was off. I researched it online, and the only place in the entire South Florida area of Fort Myers that does this is a place called Boo Bananas.
Oh, no. Are you sure it's not a comedy club?
Bananas.
No, it's going to be a comedy club or a place that cuts kids' hair. And I see a hair place. I wanted a place where they specialize in children because he's so little, he's going to need to be handled, right?
Bananas.
And bananas, yes, you read. So, and I haven't. I drive down, and first of all, it's a relative to me. Now I no longer live in the D.C. area, so when I drive downtown Fort Myers, to me, you get me over 20 minutes, and I'm not happy. That's how
I'm searching
easy
for the location as we speak.
The driving is around here, and so I should have made it better, but I took a wrong turn. Kind of doing my own ways, improvising.
Sure.
It didn't work well.
Mike ways.
Rush hour traffic. Mike ways. Mike's Way. That's the new app that's coming up from TM Soft. Mike's Way. Mike's Way. You're driving in for no reason. You take a hard right-hand turn that takes you 11 miles out of your way. It's not the best way. It's Mike's Way.
Go to the Google Play Store and search bananas.
So Bananas is there. And I am a little stressed because he's cooing and gurgling in the back, and doing his little thing. He's playing with a little truck that I gave him. He's in a really, really good mood, but at this age now, those moods change rapidly because he's at that age. And I'm like, I suddenly had this thought. I said, he's so happy right now. I just hope I don't wreck his day.
Oh,
and I know that's a soft parenting way of looking at it, but I love the little guy. He's my world.
How are you going to toughen him up?
He's not ready for tough.
You don't want to go to school. I don't want to wreck your day. Stay home.
No, but Mike, a little bit of that is true, and a little bit of it is selfish because when his day is wrecked, your day is wrecked.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's the way it goes. And so, it can just be the screaming and the yelling. But look, but it always passes.
Okay.
So I take a wrong turn, and then it's in one of these. I recognize this street because I don't recognize it. You know what I mean? You can tell it's got that odd name where it's going to be right, left, right, back inside. You know, go inside the traffic cones, take a right, go around the pizzeria, drive back by the nail salon, take a right into the. It's one of those convoluted ways, and I end up on a cul-de-sac. And I'm looking at the place. I can see it in the shopping center, and I have no appreciable way to access it. I'm just kind of staring at it.
No road
and
that
I'm
connects
saying,
you to it.
Well, there was. I missed it. I'm stressed out, and I finally drive in, and it's next to like an abandoned realtor, and I look, and on
an abandoned realty office in Florida.
Yeah, shocker!
Wow.
Shocker. And I walk in and get him out, and he's cute when he knows whatever the destination. He knows that the ride is over and it's time to free himself from that straitjacket you have to put him in to transport him. And you hear he goes, and you hear the feet going. He's like getting ready to move his
time to
dogs.
go.
He's going to be racing around. And I say, hold my hand. We're in a parking lot. And so he holds the hand, and then he takes a big step, and we take big step, and we're walking down, and I'm looking down at his hair, and I'm conflicted suddenly. I'm looking at that and going, yes, it's all over the place, but it's going to at this moment, as I look at the last S in bananas is slightly curling off of the sign that is over the strip mall location.
Is there
and
any
I
chance
fixate on it?
Is there any chance the S is crooked to make it fun?
No,
or is it, it's
no,
just
no. This appeared to be letters that were cut out and then maybe shellacked onto the wall above the strip mall. What I'm saying is
instruction paper.
The sign is not pristine. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
And I suddenly have this feeling of, if this isn't going to be good, I'm not doing it. I'm not going through this. I am not going to spend the 20 minutes of my time in this joint if it's going to be bad. So it's dark, so you can't see in because the windows are it's not. And then it has the classic centered under the sign. And this is a pet peeve of mine. And Rob, you're anal. You'll relate to this too. Centered under the sign is the door. Okay, that's perfectly centered under bananas.
Sure.
And on the door, my favorite thing, please use other door. So right away, these are the, okay, you got the little sign curling, and you got the please use other door. And I'm like, okay. And it's not yet. And it's not taking much to strike out here.
Right.
I open the door up, I peek inside, and there is a young lady who celebrity she most resembles would be Shelley Winters with a modern haircut.
Hey, so she's pretty.
So she's gorgeous. And
Oscar,
she's
any
on
idea
the
who
phone.
Shelley Winters is?
No idea.
Legendary fat lady.
And she, I open the door, and she is on the phone, and it's a bell, which is, that's when it's instead of, a little doom or something. When you have the bell, that's kind of indicating.
Jingle jangle, Florida.
Throw a bell over that, and just like they threw their sign up and they centered their door.
Is Santa here?
All that. And so I look to my right, and I see little sports cars instead of barber chairs.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, now that's great. That works at this age for my little guy. Works great in the grocery store. But the manatee is not even glancing up to see us. Not even the slightest acknowledgement. And there's no one else in there. It's empty. There's not
empty,
a
save for
customer
this one lady
who is behind a series of hastily put together little particle board walls that are it just didn't, and it screamed. And I don't even hesitate. I said, Michael, we're leaving. Don't like the vibe here.
Wow.
And I said it really, really
you
loud.
Said it that loud?
You showed
said
them.
it that loud. She didn't. Oh, boy, did I, huh? Did I? I'm sure she
even hear you?
She didn't even hear me. She didn't even glance
so
at us. We were in and out.
The door
didn't matter.
and the bell rang. I mean,
Yes.
obviously the bell is there to alert the manatee that you're coming in. Did
Right.
she even glance?
No.
Not even a visual confirmation that you're there? No gesture.
No, not at all. The only thing that they had going, they had the little kids' cars that were like scattered, but I didn't spend enough time in there. There was nothing happening there. There were no other kids in there. There was nothing going on. There weren't two. I would have settled for two. We've all gone into barber shops where they've got two people, but so I bring him all the way back home, and at this point, I sit in the car when I get him strapped back in, and he's wailing now because he's, he was free, and then he wasn't free, and it was a little too much time. Did he? I don't think he saw the cars.
Because if he saw the cars, he probably thought it was a great vibe.
He'd go bananas.
Yeah, bananas with a crooked S.
Yeah, couldn't you cut his hair at this age? I think that's what most
thought
parents
about
do,
that.
right?
I actually thought about that, but I just don't know whether I'd mess it up. You know my little guy, right?
Yeah.
He gets pretty much raves wherever he goes, okay? He's a good-looking kid. I don't want to screw with that. I've seen the parents that do the buzz cut and shave their what's that?
You watch some YouTube videos.
I don't know if I want to do
I
it.
think
I just don't think I
you
got
could
the
get
skill.
by Mike with just trimming the back of his hair.
Snip, snip,
Might
snip,
do
snip,
that.
snip.
Yeah, a little snip, just scissors. You don't use
Or
clippers.
I might go to the aforementioned sports clips because they do it too.
Yeah.
And I think they work on kids, and they might, Dad doesn't mind popping in there.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
Now, was
it's
Carla
my son. I'm 55.
Was Carla pleased that the haircut didn't happen?
Well, I played a game on Carla because I got
All
him
right.
back, and he was, she was in the bedroom, so I was able to keep him outside, and she didn't see him yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in, and the first thing I said to her was, "I'm so sorry." She goes, "What? What did you do? No!" And that was it. So it just, for me, if you don't get the, he's still kind of shaggy.
What about
and,
a
we'll
Flowbee?
see.
It hooks
I thought
right up to a standard vacuum cleaner.
Does.
Yeah.
I thought about maybe putting the trimmers on like a really long setting and just kind of neatening it up, but that might result in a.
I think his hair is too thin.
I don't want him
work
to
with
look like
clippers.
Christy Mack. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you stay away from clippers and just get some shears, and then just trim up,
Or
I
as
think
we
it'll be
say in
fine.
America, Mike, scissors.
Well, aren't they shears though?
Yeah,
for barbers.
No, I think
beauty salon.
I think that's for clothes, isn't it?
I don't know what I'm going to do. But
I'm
the
only one that used to sweep up around a beauty salon as a young man. I know what they're called.
All right.
So they call them
Yeah.
shears.
Well, at least they
and
did at the
shears,
beauty salon.
shears are the
swept
ones
up
that are
at.
shears are the ones that are
Yeah, the little
scissors,
guys.
right?
Yeah, the little guys that are meant for hair.
So it is scissors, right?
Do you know who gave me my first haircut? Also gave Robert his first haircut. Because he was.
You are
still,
such a traditionalist. That's kind of sentimental. I
yeah,
like
and we
that.
have pictures of me and Robert in the same chair. But he was very old. But his name was Ernie, and he was pretty old by the time Robert got to get to him.
Here, let me do this for you. Okay.
As we've,
Drew Blood?
As we've said in the past, Robert is very strong, and he was not into getting his hair cut. And I'll never forget when he finished up, he looked at me, Ernie said, "Robbie," because he still called me Robbie because he knew me since I was a little kid. He says, "Robbie, that's about all I can do." Because Robert.
How old was Robert when he got his first haircut?
Like
do you
2.5,
remember?
I think. I think 2.5.
Okay, so I gotta. I'm gonna
Maybe 2.
chill. I'm gonna chill on it, and
Yeah.
we're gonna see about maybe some Maine barbers. Well, Jesus Christ, just get the shears out and shave his head. Then he won't get nits or lice. That's
Nits.
fine. We'll do it that way. Yeah, if you leave that hair long, he'll be covered with nits.
I don't think they're going to use clippers on him. I don't think his hair's
No,
thick enough for clippers.
It's
No,
too
I
short.
might roll him down to the sports clips today.
That's a good idea.
But Mama is extremely sensitive because it's her gorgeous little baby boy.
Yeah,
and
if you
she's
mess
a
that up,
little
why don't you
worried
have
about
her
doing
take
it.
him?
Yeah.
You've got enough on your
'Cause
plate.
she is so against it, Oscar, that
she won't take him.
She has relinquished it to me and said that I want to do that.
You showed
Before
her.
You'll have to take pictures, Mike.
Yeah, that's it. It's my life of bravery down here in South Florida. A cool event. I don't know the listener that sent this, but a couple of them did. A cool event coming to Washington, D.C. I so wish that I was up there for that. I would love to watch this, but they're doing a World War II multiplane flyover about 12:30 on Friday. They're going
Really?
to fly over the Lincoln Memorial. They're going to fly over the Capitol building, and apparently there are going to be 50
bombers.
50
All
vintage
vintage?
bombers
My dad would
that are
love
all
that.
vintage, and they're Rob is the first thing that pops into your head. I hope they're well maintained.
Exactly.
That's the thing that I
What
think
pops into
about,
my
too.
head, Mike, is the reflecting pool being disturbed by a falling propeller. Perhaps a tire floating down the Potomac. Potomac because these are all older planes.
This is going to be so cool.
Yeah. Let me just get the specifics for people, because if you're in Washington and you haven't heard about it, a couple of our listeners thought this would be cool. My father was a World War II vet, and I am very, very into this type of thing. And one of the things in one of the articles I was reading, they indicated that these guys aren't going to be around much longer. Most of them are gone already, and so it's very, very, very cool.
Mike, I plan to ride my bike down from here to the Kennedy Center and get on the terrace to get a bird's eye view.
Great way to see it.
All right, here we go.
Be on
Arsenal. It's called the Arsenal of Democracy Flyover, to honor the heroes who fought in the war and those at home on the home front who produced the tank, ships, aircraft that enabled the United States and its allies to achieve victory. One of the most diverse arrays of World War II aircraft ever assembled will fly above the skies of Washington, D.C. on Friday, May 8th, 2015. The 70th anniversary of victory in Europe, VE Day.
Yeah.
We don't think about that very often here. We don't talk about it, but that was VE Day. Special day for my mom.
Yeah.
As part of the Arsenal of Democracy World War II Victory Capital Flyover. The flyover will include dozens of World War II aircraft flying in 15 historically sequenced warbird formations. This is cool. The formation will represent the war's major battles from Pearl Harbor through the final air assault on Japan, and concluding with a missing man formation to TAPS. Never before has such a collection of aircraft been assembled at one location to honor the large assemblage of veterans gathered at the World War II Memorial for a ceremony.
I would guess to say, Mike, this first time it's happening might be the last time they could ever do it.
I would think
just
so.
the fact that they're getting that many aircraft together. Do you know where are they flying out of Andrews?
The formation is estimated to be over the Lincoln Memorial at 12:10. I'm not sure where they're leaving. Guess where they're leaving from?
Where?
Rob Ford will love this. The Arsenal of Democracy aircraft will their flights from the Culpeper Regional Airport and from Manassas Regional Airport.
Oh, no kidding.
That's 40 minutes before the flyover begins at 12:10. These aircraft will then proceed to a holding point about 10 miles west of Leesburg, where they will begin the flight down the Potomac River. It's going to be out in Leesburg. You know what I love about this?
I could catch a ride home.
Yeah, you're going to see these planes everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. At the completion of the flyover of the World War II Memorial, the aircraft will turn south and begin their flight down the Potomac River and back to their original airports. I almost get emotional talking about it.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Was,
a lot of people.
My mother's first husband was a naval aviator, so I think that's cool for me. I think that's very, very neat.
A lot of people, I think, envision D.C. as a huge New York-like city, but D.C. is a small city, and the surrounding areas are pretty close in as well. Even people in the suburbs are going to see this. This is going to be crazy.
This is something that's worthwhile, and it's great to remember our World War II veterans. You don't hear about them as much anymore. Tom Hanks can only do so much. That's the way that goes.
This is true, Mike.
I think it's going to be very, very, very
I can't
cool.
wait.
So
this Friday.
Check that out. Friday, Oscar, Rob, you'll be able to watch it on the way home.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's so crazy about that is you will hear a sound that you don't hear anymore. The sound of multiple propeller-driven planes in the air.
The city's relatively flat as far as, and because they don't let any buildings be taller than the Capitol, U.S. Capitol dome, right?
Right.
So you can see it from almost anywhere in the city.
Yeah.
Which will be
and
cool.
it'll be all U.S. planes. Rob, but I think to offer some balance, maybe it'd be a good chance for you to break out one of your helmets.
I will. Mike, as I said before, simple safety dictates everyone should wear a helmet that day.
Yeah. Bring out one of your German helmets and just stand up on the top of our studio building and just go.
I like how it's become, I'm an anti-aircraft. I like how it's become one of my helmets now.
Yes, one of your many collection of Nazi memorabilia. We'll take a break and come back with news you may not need. This is the Mike O'Meara Show.
By now, you are more than familiar with all the guys at TMOS. Your host, Mike O'Meara.
We won't get any older and we won't ever die.
Audio mastermind, Rob Spiewak.
Es lebe die Nationalsozialistische Es lebe Deutschland!
And our favorite Bolivian, Oscar Santana. But are you aware that each week our boys do an extra show just for you, the dedicated listener?
Oh, you can't say that.
I don't give a I know I'm losing and I want everybody to know.
Playing the rules.
I don't care about the rules.
All you need to do is go to MikeO'MearaShow.com and click on TMOS bonus packages. If you can't figure it out from there, well, perhaps you don't get it.
The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show, because 5 hours a week just ain't enough. Always available at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. Who's that listener, Rob? We should give him credit where
Eric
credit
Ford
is due.
did a great job on that.
Thank you, Eric. This portion of the program brought to you by FanDuel, changing the way people play fantasy baseball and making it more fun than ever. That's because FanDuel.com is the leader in one-day fantasy sports leagues with immediate cash payouts and their entry fees that start at just $1. There is no season-long commitment. The nice thing about FanDuel, and they're one of the pioneers in this, is that you don't have to put your lineup out there and then rely on, some mistakes you've made to burden you all season long. You can do that with no season-long commitment and no upfront fees. Last week, Tyson, I love that name, from Illinois, he turned $3
into $3,000 in one night.
Nice.
I don't shower much. I'm so happy I went to FanDuel.
It's not Mike Tyson. I'm sorry.
Tyson.
Join him and the over 1 million others who have already won money. Play today, win tonight. FanDuel.com handing out more than $2.5 million. That's every single day this MLB season. But you can't win if you don't play. And don't forget, FanDuel has great fantasy action for the NHL and NBA playoff games, too. Just go to FanDuel.com, click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner, use our code TMOS, and sign up today. Special offer for new users. For every single dollar you deposit, FanDuel will match it up to $200 that gets earned as you play. That's a bonus of up to $200. The offer is only good for the first 50 people that use the code TMOS. Just remember to enter TMOS at FanDuel.com. That's FanDuel.com, where every day is a new season.
News.
Boo. I lead with a story that I really enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Days after a brief jail stint in the Bahamas for marijuana possession, Willie Nelson was invited to the White House by Jimmy Carter, who wanted to thank the country superstar for his campaign support. Following a dinner in which the president spoke of his days as a peanut farmer and the singer talked of raising pigs, Nelson says a White House insider invited him to the roof to look at Washington at night and brought out a joint.
Hey!
Nice.
That's right. He got stoned on the roof of the White House, Willie did. You can't help but, his quote was, "Getting stoned on the roof of the White House, you can't help but turn inward." Oh, Willie. This was in 1977, and it's in his new memoir, It's a Long Story, which was published on Tuesday. So way to go, Willie.
So he's got so much stuff happening. He's marketing his legal weed in Colorado, and he's written a book. It makes me turn inward, Mike.
A long story, even longer when you're really high.
Yes.
A woman named Danielle Perez won 2 prizes on The Price is Right yesterday, a treadmill and a sauna. The only problem is Danielle lost her legs in an accident 10 years ago and uses a wheelchair. Naturally, that made it awkward when the prizes were revealed, but Drew Carey didn't address it, although he seemed to speed through the pricing game.
Did you watch the clip?
I didn't see the clip.
The
Do we have the clip?
The clip is pretty, it's obvious he's in a big hurry to get through the game. But the thing that I found the most awkward, and it's a misinterpretation by many people, I have never seen a person in a wheelchair on The Price is Right. They don't have a ramp to get up to the stage from contestants row. So it took her a long time to go around and get up there. But the thing is she had been in contestants row a long time. And the first thing Drew said when she got up there is, "I didn't think you'd ever get on the stage."
Oh, my God.
Meaning that she had been in contestants row a long time.
Right, but it sounded like she took too long.
Good God, yeah.
Well, she didn't address it either, but she's been tweeting about it. She said, "They don't offer cash equivalents, and the sauna isn't wheelchair accessible either."
Oh.
Obviously, it was all an unfortunate coincidence, but some people think the show should have made sure it didn't happen. I think they should at least make it good for her with equivalency prizes. Luckily, Danielle threw water on the outrage. She tweeted, quote, "Oh, come on. Isn't it the most hilarious, though? If winning it was wrong, I don't want to be right. I'm still cracking up." God bless her. That's the right attitude.
And
she also tweeted,
a lot of people are saying that they should have like a backup plan in place. I don't think it's possible to do that without making the show appear fixed. You have to sort of lay it out,
and it's
right?
laid out on what prizes are going to win.
Exactly,
in certain
yeah.
areas.
Danielle also tweeted a screenshot of a reaction on the show with the caption, quote, "When you win a treadmill on national TV, but you have no feet."
Oh.
So she's got a sense of humor. I think
That's
that's
cool.
fantastic. And really, I'd slam Drew Carey, but, how's any broadcaster going to handle that? It's like,
Exactly.
a treadmill? Isn't that ridiculous? You're not going to use a treadmill. How we can put one wheel on it? Anyway, officials in the Indian town, and I'm talking over in India, this town is called Varthur. They're going to have a whiz, get it, of a time cleaning up the lake that supplies their water. More than 500 million liters of untreated sewage flows into the lake every day from local homes and businesses. We talk about this country and how government regulation is over the top, but I think our government regulation prevents a lot of this crap from happening.
Of course, so to speak.
That you see in other countries where they don't regulate. This is the gross part, though, and this is why I share this story with you. The leakage is causing a frothy foam so immense that it is overflowing onto the roads. The froth looks like soap bubbles, but it's something much more repulsive, according to a businessman who lives near the lake. There's even more reason to be pissed off. Scientists of the Indian Institute of Science said there has been a rise of kidney-related diseases and cancer among people living near the lake.
Wow.
In addition, wells and other underground water sources are being contaminated by the polluted waters of the lake. No one is happy about having to avoid the urine-scented froth when it floods onto the roads. Just, if you ever think when I walk by the poop water that's watering the lawn, it could be this. Here's this doctor from the Pollution Control Department. I bet this guy's terrific. His name is Dr. Vaman Acharya. He's Acharya. He is spokesman for the state's pollution control, told NDTV. The froth is not a health risk because it's only really about bad smell. Right.
Then
Take
it's a
that
health
to the
risk.
bank.
Then it's
no
a health
problem
risk.
at all.
Remember in Driver's Ed when they said don't drive through standing water?
Exactly.
Don't drive
Thank
through
you.
the foam, Mike.
It says cleanup will take at least a year. He also said that more sewage plants are planned to be built around Varthur. Isn't that nice? So, you could live there. Wouldn't that be a lot of
Does
fun?
Indian culture, do they eat a lot of asparagus?
Oh, that is so nasty. Oh, the froth. Don't get the froth on my new paint job. I just got it washed. The Players' Championship gets underway tomorrow, and Tiger Woods isn't necessarily in the best frame of mind. In fact, he hasn't slept since Sunday. That's what he says. There are two reasons for that. Sunday was the 9th anniversary of his father's death. I can relate to that. In February, I am always in a funk, and that's well over 20 years. It's also the day that he and Lindsey Vonn broke up. It's weird because at the Masters, you saw Lindsey Vonn running around with his kids, and I said, okay, maybe he's turned a corner with this, but that's kind of a drag. I don't know why. I know he was an ass. I know he behaved like a dick. I don't know why I feel for Tiger Woods. I do.
Well, because we want a redemption story. We all
I'd love
redemption
maybe
stories.
that's what it is.
For,
in a press conference yesterday, Tiger said, quote, "This time of year is really, really hard on me. This 3-day window is really hard. I haven't slept. These 3 days, May 3rd and through the 5th, just brutal on me." He added, quote, "Obviously, with what happened Sunday," talking about the breakup, "that just adds to it." But he said, quote, "I got 2 days to get ready for Thursday, plus a late tee time helps." So, you know what? Go out and win that tournament, Tiger.
That'd be cool.
I'd like to see that happen. Okay, here we go. This is very, very interesting. We have the top 10 things that are said in the English language that are basically meaningless. And I'm going to give them to you in rapid fire because we're running out of time here.
All right.
Number 10, you know what I mean. as in he ignored us, you know what I mean. Number 9, apparently. As in, apparently they got a new manager.
That little kid, apparently.
Number 8, of course. Number 7, amazing. Number 6, and stuff like that. Number 5, I know, right? Number 4, actually. Number 3, I mean. Number 2, you know. And, of course, the number 1. Who can guess what the number 1 is? It's one word.
Amazing.
Like?
No. Amazing was already in there. Like. Congrats, Pony Boy.
Hey, Pony.
Well done.
Like.
And now let's put them in a sentence, all right? Did we eat at home last night? Actually, we went to, Applebee's, and I had this amazing burger and stuff like that, and apparently they got a new manager. I mean, this guy was, 18 years old, and, of course, he ignored us. You know what I mean? So, actually, I called him over, to complain about Jason's chili and stuff because it was cold, and, he actually took it off the bill, which is amazing. I know, right? Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now a little something. Stacey Jean McKinney had 44 pupils from Forest Ridge Elementary School on board her school bus in Howard County last week. That's right outside of D.C. Yeah. She suddenly lost control of the vehicle. The bus left the roadway, smashed into a mailbox, and came to a stop in a water runoff ditch. Incredibly, no one was hurt in the crash. Cops were called to the scene, and McKinney from Laurel, where I used to live.
Hey, we've been there.
She claimed that I got ripped off there.
That's right.
Thank
Your phone
you.
was stolen in Laurel.
She claimed she couldn't stop the bus because the brakes failed. She was described, however, as being very nervous and swaying.
Oh, dear.
McKinney then failed a field sobriety test. And the officers found 2 tranquilizer pills on the vehicle. That's according to My Fox DC, Tony's station. She was arrested and charged with driving while impaired, drug possession, and negligent driving. And where did the crash occur?
Where?
I don't have to write the kicker today.
Where?
Whiskey Bottom Road, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I've driven on that road, Whiskey Bottom. Thank you very much. Way to go, lady. Be careful next time. I'm glad the kids weren't hurt. We'll take a break, come back with the audio vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hey, Oscar, are you ready to go to CrossFit with me?
I will be in a sec, but right now I'm updating my Mike O'Mara Show app.
Mike O'Mara Show app? What is it?
You have a mobile phone, right?
Sure.
Is it a smartphone?
You bet.
Is it an Android or iOS?
I don't know.
Well, it's easy. Is it an Apple logo or a little green robot?
I always thought it was an orange, but I guess it's an apple.
Okay, so you have iOS.
Okay.
All you have to do is go to the App Store and type in TMOS and hit search.
But is it really worth my time?
Absolutely. It's the easiest way to listen to the Mike O'Mara Show on your phone.
Oh, that Mike O'Mara Show app. It's new and everyone's talking about it.
I updated yesterday, and I love it.
I have an Android. Will it work for me?
Absolutely. Both platforms.
The new Mike O'Mara Show app. Download it and improve your life today.
We love it. Yay!
Right out of the 1960s, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Next Issue. We are in love with Next Issue. Rob and Oscar, I know you guys love the magazines on Next Issue. What is it? Let me tell you what it is first. All your favorite magazine titles with unlimited and instant access all in one place and right at your fingertips. All the latest issues. It's like Netflix for magazines, only it's better. It's available for iPads, iPhones, Android tablets, smartphones, and one account can be shared by up to 5 people. That's the best part for me. So it's great for families. I love my Men's Health, even though I feel totally inadequate when I read it, but I got done with the Rory McIlroy story the other day, and hey, you know, I was looking at the exercises that I will never be able to do, but I still read it all the time. And Oscar, I know you've got a good one too.
Yeah, so this month's issue of Fast Company with Melissa Mayer on the cover, the Yahoo CEO, has an article inside that talks about broadband. And you know how we all want Wi-Fi, and there are so many more cities that are being connected. But the hardest part of city Wi-Fi, citywide Wi-Fi, is being connected, right? Because there are hot spots. Some places people have better strengths for signals in different areas. This city and this company out of California has figured out how to put Wi-Fi into the city buses and city transportation that drives around the city and offers their citizens the Wi-Fi signal they want.
Way of the future. That's
pretty
so
crazy,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
You can get all that on Next Issue with all the magazines. Vanity Fair, People, Us Weekly, Rolling Stone. It goes on and on. Plans start as low as $9.99 with over 150 of the most popular magazine titles. You can explore all of your favorite topics with instant searches, and it gets better. Go to nextissue.com/TMOS. Sign up today for your free trial. That's a $15 savings. This is a great deal, but it's only available if you go to nextissue.com/TMOS and sign up today. That's nextissue.com/TMOS. Without further ado, let's open up the audio vault for today, Wednesday, May 6, 2015.
Mike, are you familiar with Ellen Albertini?
Boy, I think she actually was wasn't she a sorority sister of Ann Occonero?
I do believe so, but I don't know. Okay. She was older because she's 101.
Okay.
She passed away. Her lifestyle, Mike, finally caught up with her. Perhaps you remember her from this moment in The Wedding Singer when she actually did this, Wedding Crashers, I believe.
I said hip hop. I said to the hip hip hop. You don't stop the rock to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie.
When she does
Old lady.
So, yeah, the old lady. She was in Seinfeld. She's in. She played Jay Peterman's mom. But the thing I liked best about her obituary, it says when she had to perform Rapper's Delight, when she showed up to the set, she wasn't familiar with the song. Well, of course not. She's 100 years old.
There you go.
She had to learn
God
it.
bless her.
All right. Anna Kendrick is a funny young lady, and she did a takeoff. Do you remember about a year ago, Nick Offerman, the guy with the mustache?
Yep.
He's on Parks and Recreation. He did something called Shower Thoughts, and he
a
said,
very unhealthy-looking man. In
Yeah,
my
I
opinion.
really
Nick
wonder
Offerman
why-
He looks ill. He always looks ill
like
to me.
he's going to pass soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Those anus eyes that he's got.
But he said things. The one I remember is that if Hillary Clinton is elected president, it would be the first president that's ever had sex with another president. Just, you know, his shower thoughts. Here are Anna Kendrick's shower thoughts. I like these as well.
Does a frozen yogurt headache burn fewer calories than an ice cream headache? Using your laptop to research buying a new one is like asking it to dig its own grave. Will Ferrell and Pharrell Williams have reverse names. When a pregnant woman swims, she's basically a human submarine. If you break a pencil, you have 2 pencils. But if you
Thank
break
you.
a pen, you have 0 pens.
You have 0 pens, Mike.
Wow. Yeah, deep thoughts.
I
Smart
like those
lady.
deep thoughts. Now, my new hero is a guy on the YouTube. His name is Rob Scallon. And what he
YouTube. I love it when you say the YouTube.
Well,
Way
Mike,
to
you
go,
get on the
Dave.
internet.
You've been watching a lot of Letterman, haven't you? That's it. Yeah, it's on the yeah, it's on the YouTube. There
what
you
this
are.
guy
Yeah.
did, he figured out what it would sound like if you sang and played the song Enter Sandman backwards. So here he is performing. This is not altered in any way. This is him playing and singing Enter Sandman. Which is not that remarkable until you put it into an editing program and play that backwards, and it becomes Enter Sandman.
See our friends, little one, don't forget my son, don't include everyone.
That's a tremendous amount of effort for something totally and utterly worthless.
Oh, I think it has much value.
Yeah, well, you do for one, but even you are listening to it and smiling one day. That I mean, I guess is it a lot of pot that you have to smoke
I would think
to come
a
up with that
tremendous
idea?
amount of pot.
Probably.
But keep in mind, Mike, it might not be smoking pot. He might be eating it.
I think Willie Nelson had something to do with it. I'm just predicting.
We discussed on Monday's show how Jamie Foxx murdered the national anthem at the fight.
Yes.
And
Yep.
he explained what happened. And, of course, Mike, your buddy Billy Bush is here to help him out because, you know, everything's going to be okay, right?
Hey, all right, guys. Jamie Foxx, you're still fantastic. I've got you on the set here because I'm the golden boy. Yes, it's beautiful version of the
Here's
national
Jamie
anthem.
Foxx explaining what went wrong.
Well, here was the thing with that. I mean, first of all, everybody calm down.
By the way, didn't he just start out with 3 of the things that you just had in your list?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pointless
and
things.
oh, by the way, because we're all so upset about you, I got news for you. If Rob hadn't had this in the audio vault, we're not thinking about you anymore.
No, we're done with it.
It's over. Everybody just calm down because I'm so scary famous.
Do you know he's dating
That's
Katie
the whole problem.
Holmes?
Is he really?
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Well, it's been 2 years.
Well, here was the thing with that. I mean, first of all, everybody calm down. We had a little bit of a situation with our earpieces.
I saw you do this before.
Yeah, so I had the pack actually dropped off. Ooh. So I couldn't, you know, and
You're not hearing what's
I
playing
can't
for you?
hear what's playing. So I just had to go on my own, and hopefully they understand it's the national anthem. Ain't nobody trying to. But I think a little bit of it was just a little bit of people want to have something to, you know, talk about or whatever crazy I said. But everybody's cool, and the national anthem will be on my album.
Mike, everybody's cool. That's his explanation.
What do
Everybody's
you mean the
cool.
national anthem will be on his album? What, he's going to put that version on his album?
He was joking because not only is he scary famous, he's scary funny too.
I don't really hate him as much as you guys hate him.
Not
I
a
don't
fan.
Well, no,
no.
but wait, I don't hate him either. I mean, I really like some of his movies. I thought Ray was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I thought Django Unchained was incredible. I've watched that movie 50 times, so I don't hate the guy. But I think outside of his movie making, he doesn't have that level of talent that he thinks he has. That's the only point I'm trying to make here.
Mike,
and
it's
so when he
gonna be
gave
cool,
you that,
though. It's going to be cool.
Look, there should be so many people in front of him in line to sing the national anthem
Yeah.
for a big event like that. But, it is what it is. But I didn't get uptight about it. I just said it was
also,
terrible.
if the
it's a
pack
joke.
if the pack did fall off, and that's what happened,
Mm-hmm.
then he did a good job for not having any tracks behind him.
I suppose.
Right?
But I just like the fact that it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool.
Wait, no. I'm just responding to what Oscar just said. Sure. Thank you.
All right,
That's Sure.
let's
sure.
close with
Let's agree. That's very controversial.
Let's close with as a
Jesus Christ. What am I up against on certain days? I swear to God, I wanted to stay in his Mercedes on certain days.
Mike,
Jesus. Now the pack, so I totally understand it. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not uptight about it. I just talked about it was an awful version.
But Mike, we're not agreeing. We're disagreeing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't think he has the talent to sing the national anthem? I think he has the talent to sing the national anthem. I think
now that I've thought about your point,
Yes.
I've come to the conclusion I don't fucking care.
Oh,
there
no.
you go.
There you go.
I
All
could
right.
care less. It was terrible.
But
it was
Mike,
a horrible
it's
version of the
It's going to
national
be
anthem.
cool. All right,
That's all
it's
I
going to
care,
be
yeah.
cool.
And all that. And hey, everybody calm down.
Everybody calm
I was
down.
calm up until Oscar started talking about it.
Let's close with a rare dose of Hollywood honesty. The guy on Glee that played the student in the wheelchair,
yes,
he was asked on a Huffington Post television show about a sequel, a spin-off of Glee, and I thought his answer was surprisingly frank.
I've been hearing rumors on the internet. Spin-off, Leah Michelle, Glee.
Oh, I don't think so.
No Glee spin-off?
Towards the end, there weren't that many people watching Glee.
Whoa.
So I don't know how many people would then watch a spin-off.
Oh, no.
So
we're off the air for a reason.
He says, we're off the air for a reason.
I like that,
Oh,
honestly.
well, that kid is named Kevin McHale, and that is your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Wednesday,
Buddy, get
everybody.
us out of here. That's it. Another Mike O'Mara show has come and gone. Be sure and join us again for more fun and more thrills at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And incidentally, for all you young broadcasters out there, when you're going to talk about a celebrity, take the Oscar Santana challenge. Talk about that celebrity like you may be meeting him in about an hour. Anyway, to get your message or birthday request into the Wednesday mailbag, email Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And remember, we rely on your word of mouth. Tell a friend or family member about TMOS and make sure they get it too. For Rob Spiewak and Jamie Foxx, this is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.